I get nervous when we talk about lifting people out of poverty, because if, going back to the numbers I suggested, if you're lifting that family to $25,000 a year instead of $21,000, they're out of poverty, but you haven't provided a pathway to the middle class. So if you, and this is open to all three of you, talk about strategies to provide a pathway to the middle class as opposed to just making the poverty numbers look a little bit better.
I think the best pathway to a middle class is to join the union. That has been proven out by the numbers, you know that. But it's also the unions opening its doors to the most vulnerable who haven't traditionally understood the process, is demystifying the process, is making an agreement with the Philadelphia School District that every CTE program will now be a registered pre-apprenticeship program with the Philadelphia Building Trades. We did that last week. It's about those type of partnerships, but it's also about reimagining the 21st century school. Everything else has changed. If you look at your television set, if you look at your telephone, it looks radically different than it did just when I was a kid in the 70s, except for the classroom in the school. We must make major investments in education. And right now, we have to understand that public education may look different. They may be run by a conglomerate of charter schools, they may be run by district schools, but we must have accountability that we have top-notch schools, whether they're district-run, charter-run, or we have a parochial and private school network. If we don't give our children a real good education, every job now requires some sort of upscaling, even construction work. The first construction job I was on, I was 17 years old, I was going to college. It was 30th Street Station. We were demolishing the offices. It was 47 guys to do that job. Right now, they just did that same exact job again. 7 guys on the Black of Brock machines, all members of my laborers union, but they had to have calibration to understand how to use those Brock machines that robots do demolition now. I mean, we still do some spot them, but 80% of buildings are now torn down by machines, not by people. Education is the foundation of everything, and we cannot run away from it, and we cannot hide, and we cannot put our children in sick schools and expect them to perform. So we have to understand the capital budget on the school district, and we must educate the educational program, and we're addressing that at the Equity Alliance as well.